Hi everyone, so today I'll be showing you guys how to make dessert pierogi or dessert pierogies. I realize that a lot of people don't even know that dessert pierogies even exist. I think people are more familiar with the ones that are filled with meat, cheese, and cabbage and mushroom, but in fact dessert pierogies do exist. I grew up eating them myself when I was a kid. My grandma would always make them for me, and so I really like them. And so today I wanted to show you guys how to make blueberry pierogies, strawberry pierogies, and as well as a really simple blueberry sauce to go with it. You literally just need blueberries, sugar, and water. And so yeah, so I'll stop talking and we'll get right into the video. So to make about 2 dozen pierogies, we'll need 2 cups of flour, 4 tablespoons of butter, about 150 milliliters of hot water, and as well as blueberries, strawberries, and a tablespoon of sugar. In this video, I'll also be using whipped cream, but that's just optional. So first, let's cut our strawberries into smaller pieces so that it's easier to make the pierogies when we're trying to add in the filling. Once the strawberries are cut, we'll go ahead and make the dough. In a large mixing bowl, we want to first add our butter into our flour and mix the 2 ingredients together until most of the butter is incorporated evenly through the flour mixture. Then you want to add in your hot water. I started off adding only 100 milliliters of the hot water to make sure that I don't add too much water because we don't want the dough to turn out too sticky. After mixing the water into the dough, I added the extra 50 milliliters of water since my mixture was a bit too dry. Once everything is mixed together, go ahead and roll your dough into a ball and split your dough into 2 pieces with a knife. Wrap one of the halves in plastic wrap so that it doesn't dry up while we use the other half for our first batch. Before rolling out the ball of dough, cover your countertop with some flour so that the dough doesn't stick to it. Now with a rolling pin, you want to flatten the dough so that it's about 3 millimeters in thickness. If your dough is sticking to your rolling pin, add some flour either on top of the dough or onto your rolling pin. Once it's flattened out, use a glass or a cup to cut out circles into the dough. Then remove any extra dough around the circles. You can use your extra dough to make more pierogies. Once you have all your dough cut out, have your blueberries and strawberries ready. To make the blueberry pierogies, I'm adding about 6 blueberries into the center of the dough. Then you want to connect the 2 opposite ends of the dough and press the edges together so that they stick. If your dough isn't sticking, dip your finger in water and line the edge of the dough so that it becomes sticky and then press the edges together. You want to make sure that there aren't any holes in your pierogies because the filling will come out when we boil them. When adding in the strawberry filling, I found that it's a bit harder to fold the edges together since the strawberries are more wet because of the juice, and so they keep trying to slip out. So if you're new to making pierogies with strawberries, I suggest you use less filling or stretch your dough so that it's a bit larger. There are many ways to design the edge of the pierogies using different folds, but just for simplicity, I'm going to take a fork and press it into the edges so that it can help seal the dough together and as well leave indents. Now that we added in our fillings, we'll go ahead and boil the pierogies. In a large pot filled with water, turn the heat onto high and wait for the water to boil. Once the water is boiling, add about 8 to 10 pierogies and wait until the pierogies rise to the surface of the water. Once the pierogies are on the surface, let them boil for about another 2 to 3 minutes. Now that they're done, take them out of the water and leave them on the side while we make the blueberry sauce. In a saucepan on medium to high heat, I'm adding 1 cup of blueberries with 2 tablespoons of water. Then I'm going to take my spoon and crush the blueberries as we wait for the mixture to boil. Once it starts to boil, turn the heat onto low and add in 1 tablespoon of granulated sugar. I'm going to continue mixing and crushing the blueberries for about another 3 minutes. Once it's done, turn off the heat and leave your mixture to the side and wait for it to cool. Now that we finished cooking, we can go ahead and put everything onto the plate. I'm first going to add my pierogies and then add some whipped cream. And since I had extra blueberries and strawberry pieces, I'm going to go ahead and add some onto the plate as well. And finally, I'm going to drizzle some of our blueberry sauce on top. And now we're done our blueberry and strawberry filled pierogies. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it, and I hope you guys learned something new from this video, especially if you didn't know that dessert pierogies existed in the first place. And so yeah, if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you want to watch more videos, and feel free to leave any comments or questions down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!